What up, internet? It's your boy djromanj back again with another video. And this past summer I bought an electric longboard. Originally I wanted a one wheel. I've seen a lot of people use a one wheel, YouTubers, and it looks so cool and futuristic. With a one wheel there's no remote, the board self balances, and you can pick up speed by leaning your body in the direction you want to go to. From what I've read and seen, it's very close to snowboarding. So I really wanted one because I'm a big snowboarding fan. What stopped me is the price. In Canada, where I live, I wanted a one-wheel XR and they're expensive. I wasn't willing to dish out that much cash. So I got the next best thing, an electric longboard. I didn't know much about longboarding, so I did a deep dive into it. I watched everything I could on YouTube. I watched YouTubers go through the city, unboxing videos, YouTube reviews, and I got very intrigued, and I thought this would be an awesome substitute for a one wheel. So how did I choose a board? Basically, I based it on three things. How are the roads in my city? How do I intend to use my board? And what's my budget? In Vancouver, where I'm from, there's a lot of bike trails and bike lanes, so I wanted a board that I can put on street wheels and also swap it out to put all-terrain wheels. The roads are mostly good here. There are some patchy areas just like any city, but for most part they're really good. And the most important thing, I wanted to be able to take the board on trails. So changing the wheels into all-terrain wheels was really important, because the bigger the wheels, more comfortable your ride can be. Where I live, there's a lot of trails and that are really long. So I wanted a board with a lot of range that can handle the trail. So that meant like a bigger battery. Also, my budget was about $1,000. I also considered doing DIY. You can go that route. I wanted something right out of the box I could use right away, and going DIY is just as expensive as buying a brand new board. With the global pandemic happening like right now, shipping times for parts could vary a lot, and also making a battery or even buying a big battery can be expensive, so I opted to buy an already made board. The next board I get, I'll probably build one. Usually a DIY board could be more cost effective if you already have spare parts lying around, like parts that you bought originally for your first board but they're just lying around there. You can put it on your next board, which will cut down costs. Since this is a new hobby and I'm starting from scratch because I have no tools, no spare parts, I wanted something I could buy and just use right away. The board I end up going with is the Verreal RS. It fit my needs. I can swap out the wheels for all-terrain tires. It has a huge battery. On top of that, there was a pretty active Facebook community regarding that brand. So knowing other people had the same board gave me confidence that I was like making the right decision, and I could also see and ask questions about people's modifications on the board. So that was comforting to know. At the time when I ordered my board, it was good to know that they had a warehouse in Canada, so I know the shipping would have been quick. First thing when I got my board, I was examining it. I made sure everything was tightened, trucks were tightened, screws were tight. Also had to charge it. Usually boards don't come fully charged, and charging my Verreal RS took about 5 hours. Also examining your board, see if there's any damages, nooks, scratches that could have happened in shipping. So I got my board, I let it fully charge. To be honest, I didn't know how to longboard to start off. I ended up practicing in an empty parking lot, just getting a feel for the board. So practicing in an empty parking lot, I just went over the basics, basically how to stop, how to go, more importantly how to fall. I learned how to eject and run off the board, basically knowing like the limitations of my own skills and board. Okay, so been practicing in the parking lot for around like 20-30 minutes. A few things I learned about myself. Okay, my feet hurt. I'm not used to riding the board like that. because of the W concave of the board. So my feet need to get adjusted to this. This is very similar to me when I started jump roping, and I couldn't jump rope for too long. Like I could only jump rope for 5 minutes straight, then I had to build my tolerance up. This is the exact same thing with the longboard. Just being on the deck, I just have to practice being on it for longer. Two, I have to get more confident in the turns, getting used to the double kingpin trucks. So really have to like lean in with my toes or my heel to get those turns in. And I'm not that confident yet to actually take this on the street. But I'm still gonna practice in the parking lot. It's pretty fun. I can't wait to like rip it, but I'm not there yet. Just have to like build my confidence onto there. But I see the potential, like how much fun this can be out there. Right now, this is just like going on the slopes, just the bunny hill to practice. Eventually I'll be out there to rip it. But yeah, let's see what the next couple days bring, how much fun I have. What up, internet? Okay, so this is day 2 of me on my electric longboard. Just going on it for 10 minutes before I start the camera rolling. My feet are killing me. I just have to build my tolerance for the vibrations of the board, but I'm slowly getting the hang of it. A little different from snowboarding, a little different from surfing. Just not used to being able to move my feet off the board to re-pivot the trucks. Or I mean, like, I'm not used to moving my feet off the board to get a certain angle to make the turns tight. So I'm learning a lot about longboarding. It's day 2. I do not feel confident riding this on the street or a bike lane. Yet I had almost the board slip out of me. Yeah, so I do not feel confident riding this on the street. It's only my 2nd day with it. So hopefully I'm going to practice some more here in this empty parking lot and get the hang of it. But yeah. So I've been on my board for about a week now. I feel a little bit, actually a lot more confident. I'm just getting a hang for doing turns and sharp turns. A little bit, I'm riding a lot more in the city or a little busy area, so I have to practice on like really tight turns or even doing U-turns. So it's just finding that balance when I really have to go down. But I'm having a blast of a time, having so much fun on this board. Yeah, it's so exciting. It's just like exhilarating. It's like snowboarding in the summertime, but on concrete. It's just a blast. And like no regrets so far at all. But yeah, I enjoy it a lot. One thing I do wish about my board, since my board is a little bit bigger, you can put the bigger wheels on it. Since it's big and has a big battery, I wish I had a kicktail and I wish I could jump on curbs, but small little sacrifices to take. I know with a little bit the cruiser boards you can do that, but having this one board makes me want to get another one. Yeah. Okay, so go for a ride. After practicing a lot in the parking lot and getting familiar with like riding on the streets and the hills, I was able to take it out for more adventures and exploring my own city. Seeing landscapes and city areas that I've never been to. Like the more I rode my board, the more confident I actually became in like my skills. So after practicing a lot and going through like bike lanes, up and down the street, I was able to cruise around Vancouver seawall. I was able to take it around Stanley Park and just explore like the city, and kind of really opened up my eyes to like the bike infrastructure and trails that my city has, because before I would never explore that, and longboarding has opened my eyes to it, and I just want to keep riding. I don't regret getting an electric longboard. So far it's been awesome and a lot of fun. It's pretty much, to me, coming from a snowboarding background, it's like snowboarding on concrete. There's nothing like cruising down a road and just carving on your board and just relaxing, and I'm having so much fun. It's exhilarating. I'm hooked. The thing that makes this longboard even crazier or even more fun is that it has the ability to kill it, crush it, going up hills. And just that alone just makes this thing so much more impressive. So now I'm pretty much hooked onto electric longboarding, e-skating, and the PEV community. So I'm always down for a ride. So if you're watching this video, you might ask yourself, should you get electric longboard? That really depends on your interest. If you like any board sports, you just want to cruise and carve on concrete, I say go for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I would say look up the laws in your city, because some cities and countries, this is straight up illegal and they'll confiscate it. In other areas around the world and other cities, it's in like a legal gray area where it's prohibited but it's not enforced. So it all really depends. And in other places, they really embrace any personal electrical vehicles, including scooters, bikes, and electric longboards, and EUCs, electric unicycles. So that can play in a factor if you should get one or not. Well, anyways, I'm enjoying my electric longboard. I hope you guys got something out of this. I can't wait. What other personal electric vehicles I'll pick up next. I'm djromanj. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.